This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday with the morning sprint.
It's going to be another foggy start to your day. Mark will let us know when that fog is going to clear in your forecast.
But first, let's get to breaking news. A Spokane Valley police officer shot a man last night. Sydney Charles has our.
Last check, the man who was shot was taken to the hospital with potentially life-threatening injuries. This all started at around 6 o'clock last night. Police were called to a home on East 10th Avenue near Thurman Road. The original call stated that a man broke a door inside the home and would not leave the female victim alone. A check of the suspect's mail revealed an active domestic violence warrant for his arrest. As deputies responded to the home, they found out the man was armed with a gun. When deputies arrived, police say an officer fired his gun and shot that man. You can read more details about this story right now on KXLY.com.
We're following breaking news this morning in the Israel-Hamas war. UN trucks are expected to bring fuel into Gaza today, marking the first time that Israel has allowed fuel into the enclave since October 7th when Hamas attacks started. Now, Israeli officials have accused Hamas of diverting fuel intended for medical facilities and using hospital basements as command centers. The militant group denies those allegations.
Taking a look at our Doppler radar this morning and our First Alert Weather, and that First Alert Weather app has radar as well. It's free. We have a continuation of light showers, more numerous to the south, and that's really going to be the trend today. We're expecting temperatures to warm up from the mid-30s. They are now 32 into Deer Park. Cheney, you're at 35 degrees. We are going to warm, but to normal, 42 degrees for our high today, with showers tapering off by 2 o'clock.
You okay? You're good. He's good. Take a look at this video. The Spokane Police Department needs your help finding this robber. You can see him walking into the convenience store in North Hamilton, dressed in that costume, then pointing a gun at the employee. Anyone with information about that is asked to call the Spokane Police Department.
A former teacher and Spokane County prosecutor is in jail this morning, accused of threatening to shoot someone, then refusing to get out of his truck when deputies stopped him. This is what it looked like at southbound Newport Highway near Daymont Spokane Road at around noon on Monday. Deputies say they stopped Michael Cronin, but he sped off. They pulled him over again, but he refused to get out of his Jeep. Despite help from the crisis negotiator and the behavioral health unit, deputies say Cronin would not follow their commands. He eventually surrendered when deputies threw chemical agents through his window. Cronin is now being held on a $300,000 bail.
Avista says the largest natural gas outage in the company's history is almost over on the Palouse. Everyone who lost services from Colfax to Lewiston should have had theirs restored by last night. If you were not able to have a tech relight your pilot light in this outage, Avista says to call them to reschedule.
A professional tracker is now volunteering to help find a missing Tibetan monk who you see on your screen here in Pend Oreille County. The 64-year-old was last seen 8 days ago now near the Sravasti Abbey south of Newport. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Pend Oreille County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, check out this video. A charter bus carrying 17 people from Yakima to the SeaTac Airport caught fire on I-90 near Snoqualmie Pass yesterday afternoon. All the passengers escaped safely. Even some managed to remove their luggage before the entire bus caught fire. That fire was extinguished just after 3 o'clock.
Taking a look around the Northwest, 2 Washington lawmakers are calling the privatized housing at Fairchild Air Force Base unfit for service members and their families. Senator Patty Murray and Representative Kathy McMorris Rogers cite mold, cracks in the infrastructure, and roofs in need of replacement. They sent a letter to the company responsible for maintaining those homes saying, quote, "Our service members and their families sacrifice so much for our country, and we need to ensure that they have access to dependable housing." You can take a look at that full letter for this story on our website, KXLY.com.
Tomorrow, for the first time in 11 years, another section of the North-South Freeway will open. Tomorrow, you will be able to drive from Highway 395 all the way to Wellesley Avenue. The Department of Transportation says it still has 3 projects that need design before construction can begin to connect the new freeway to I-90, which the DOT hopes to have completed by 2030. And tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we'll give you a live look as the road opens for the first time.
Washington State and Oregon State universities will decide the future of the Pac-12 conference. A judge in Whitman County ruled that the 10 schools leaving the conference have no voting power. WSU and OSU maintained the argument that they intend to preserve the conference. Attorney Eric McMichael argued that WSU and OSU are the only parties that can do that because the 10 departing schools have split interest between the Pac-12 and their new agencies, and the judge agreed. We'll check back with weather and coming right up next.